E.T. phone home.
I'm just having some brewski beers in my Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Wendy, I'm home.
There is no place like home.
I'm home!
Hello and welcome to the House of Cinema podcast. I am your host, Joe Aragon. With me today, as always, Claire Curtis and Sydney Volpe from the beautiful country of Argentina.
Yay. Hello. Yeah, after all this time that I was saying I wasn't going to be here for this episode, but we persevered.
She sent a signal. It's like, send help to me to do the podcast.
Or the title of the film here, Ayuda.
Ayuda.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad we're all doing it together because this is an exciting film to talk about for a variety of different reasons that we'll get into in this episode, which, by the way, this episode will contain spoilers for the film Send Help. There's your warning. Before we jump into that, maybe the best way to open the conversation today on the film is talking about January as a whole really quickly. Oh. We're not doing a January recap, and that makes sense considering I think we covered all the big movies in January.
Two.
Well, yeah. Well, that's kind of where I was going. Like there was 2 or 3 big movies of January, a lot of expansions in January. So a lot of people got to see No Other Choice and Ann Lee and a lot of different other films. How do you think January has been for you, Sid? How is it going movie-wise in January?
It's hard to say because I've been gone out of the country for recently. Well, Mercy came out, the much anticipated film, Mercy.
The much anticipated
and
Mercy film, yeah.
The new Jason Statham movie, Shelter, came out,
The
correct?
theaters, yeah.
Yeah, have either of you seen that yet?
No, we have not.
Oh.
Claire and I have knocked out Send Help and Iron Lung.
Yeah, we saw Iron Lung. That was fun.
That's right.
We have not seen Shelter, The Moment, or Melania the documentary.
Darn.
Well, no one's seen that.
That is true. No one will see that. But it's interesting because I feel like you did miss probably the worst weekend of January in terms of the Mercy.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Right.
Which is
that
apparently
was a rough double feature that I did. But besides those, does it feel like this January has been better though?
I don't know. You keep saying that you think February is going to be the actual bad month. And maybe you're right. Because January, I don't know. I feel like I'm also feeling a bit of like what's the term I'm looking for? Like the proximity to the awards season, I feel like has been like exciting. And I feel like January has been fun in that way too. But I do agree with you. Like we got Send Help. What was the movie that was like the first week of January that was good?
The first week of January, I don't know.
Or maybe the second week of January.
Maybe I'm just thinking The Bone Temple and Send Help are the two
Bone
big
Temple,
movies in January.
Yeah, I mean, that's better than most years, I think. Far better. Usually we don't get any good movies in January.
Dead Man's Wire came out in January.
That's right.
Claire, you guys have both seen that.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Chronology got a more proper release in January. Right. So there's against expansions. Maybe I am being clouded by the fact that I love Bone Temple and Send Help so much that I'm like walking away thinking, wow, January
was awesome.
Yeah.
There was The Rip, which did not rip as hard as I wanted to. But
it ripped a little.
Ripped a little bit.
Okay.
How do you think January's going, Clara?
I'm not participating, basically.
You're not?
No, I mean, I've seen Bone Temple. I've seen Send Help. We saw Iron Lung. I saw Dead Man's Wire.
That's participating.
That's it. But not really. I mean, I'm not seeing any of the stinkers.
Protect your peace.
Sure, but it is our job to.
Do you think just from like the perception that people are having of January, do you think people are perceiving it better than normal?
I can't tell.
Okay.
It's hard to say. Maybe a little bit, but like I also think there has been a concentrated effort in the last like year or so to really point out like January often does have good movies coming out. It's just easy to be like, this is dump month, and we disregard the fact that good movies can come out in this month. So I don't know. It's been fine. This is like vacation almost.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is that because there's always a magnifying glass on January, we tend to be hyper focused and aware of the films coming out in January, when in reality, it's a fine normal month.
Exactly.
Right? There were some stinkers and there were some really good ones. And that's just kind of how every month of movies goes. But January gets that more attention because it is deemed the dumpuary, trashuary month.
Yeah.
I truly think that when we look at the February schedule, it's going to look a lot more rough. But
Yeah.
we have episodes slated already. Our calendar's out, by the way. So take a peep at that. Let us know what you think. We got a Wuthering Heights episode coming out. We're doing an episode on how to make a psycho killer, which is a combination of the Glenn Powell A24 How to Make a Killing plus Psycho Killer episode.
Yep.
So interesting month, February. Yeah, January, this month has, I think I'm riding on the high of Bone Temple and Send Help. I had such a great time with Send Help, and I'm excited to talk about it with you guys. I got to know what it was like for you, Sid, watching it in a different country. What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. I try to, whenever I'm in a different country, I try to go to a movie theater. I've been to one in Italy. Of course, we went to Cannes, and so we saw some movie theaters there. In Toronto, we went to the movies. And
what
so
was
I
the
really
Toronto
just
theater called? What was it called? It's like two
Young
names.
and Dundas.
Young Dundas.
Young Dundas.
Young and Reckless. Young and Dundas.
We know how to say it now. So I just tried to find a movie theater here. It was a gamble whether like English subtitled was going to be in English with Spanish subtitles or in Spanish with English subtitles, but I was like, I don't know why they would do the latter, so I'm guessing the film is going to be in English. And it was a cute little theater. It was in a mall, so it looked like any other theater, I guess. I'll send you guys some pictures of it, but it was the Recoleta Theater for anyone who knows Argentina. We have some Argentinian listeners because they give some recommendations for what to do here. So thank you to them. It was fun. There were like 2 other people in that theater, but I went in the middle of the day on a weekday. So, but I will say that it was a bummer. Like I've been seeing so many people say, holy shit, this was so much fun to see in a packed theater with people like gasping and laughing and all of that. Yeah. So I didn't have that experience, but I didn't think I was going to be able to see the movie at all. Right. So I'm very glad I was able to.
Claire, what was your experience like?
I saw it on, what day was that?
Oh, it's a Thursday at 2 p.m.
That was Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I went on Thursday at 2 p.m. There's like a dozen people in there, which was fine. But honestly, yeah, it was a very reactive crowd. So it kind of felt like there were more people in there than there actually were, because everyone was like gasping and laughing and like just like clearly having a really good time with this. So like that made it definitely a much more like positive experience. You went to the premiere.
I was at the world premiere of Send Help, which, by the way, I needed to say at the top of the episode. I did not. Stay tuned for after the episode for a short conversation I had with Sam Raimi, which was a delight and a dream come true. What a guy.
What a guy.
Sam Raimi guy. So that will be after the episode on this podcast episode. But I did go to the world premiere. And I typically, and I've said this on the podcast before, I typically try to take any premiere with a bit of a grain of salt. There tends to be a little bit more enthusiasm regardless of the quality of the film, because people are excited to just be in the presence of stars and be in Hollywood. It was at the TCL Chinese Theater,
nice.
Very iconic theater. But I felt like there was a genuine response to this movie in both its laughter and in its like reaction to the scares and the blood and the gore and all those moments. And that was really exciting. It felt like people were like actually into it. And I felt like I had a grin the entire time I watched it. I was just grinning and laughing and having a great time. I think that has been most people's experience, that like you said, that the crowd, this is kind of like the ultimate crowd-pleasing movie to watch. So I don't know. I just want to talk about it. We should just get into it before I just start spoiling our conversations.
Sure.
Rotten Tomato score, very quickly. What do you guys think the score is at?
Wow.
For Sam Raimi's Send Help.
Ooh.
Critic score? Claire, what are you thinking over there?
Are there no consensuses?
Oh, you one consensus.
Okay.
One consensi. Sam Raimi returns to top form with Drag Me to Hell. Oh, I got Drag Me to Hells?
Oh.
Why did I write Drag Me to Hells down? Hold on. Hold on.
I was like, yay, this is so positive.
I would imagine it's going to read it similarly.
Yeah,
Let's see
probably.
here.
It's funny.
Putting director Sam Raimi's penchant for diabolical mayhem to great use, Send Help doesn't need any assistance and thrills thanks to a very game Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, along with a viciously clever script. That's your critic consensus. There is an audience one. I was wrong.
Okay, what is it?
Rachel McAdams is Linda Little in Send Help, a Raimi-delivered, unhinged survival horror thriller that keeps you guessing and laughing. And you best don't confuse her kindness for weakness.
Oh.
Why does it? Why
That
is
sounds
it
like
like?
a weird tagline.
Yeah,
That reads like an ad.
that's strange. Okay, anyways,
okay.
but those are both positive consensi. Critic score, Claire, what are you thinking?
Wow. Critics, I'll go 89.
Okay,
Audiences, I'll go 87.
Sydney, what are you thinking?
Okay. I have yet to see a negative review of this movie.
You
Not
know
that I've
what?
been online all that much, but
I haven't seen a lot of them myself.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm going to say critic score 91.
Nice.
Maybe for audience score, I'll go 85.
Okay.
Critic score 93%.
Ooh. Oh, that's awesome.
Audience score 88%.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
So you guys are both in the ballpark.
Yeah.
For some context, I should have given this before,
Oh.
but Drag Me to Hell has a 92% critic
Okay.
score, but like a 63% audience score.
Okay.
Oh.
I honestly kind of thought this movie would echo the same scores. The 88% audience score does surprise me a little bit because as I watched this movie, it did cross my mind several times. Oh, audiences will not get on board with some of the more suspension of disbelief moments this movie's going to ask you of.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Raimi's style is a little bit more confrontational. He likes his voice and likes to make sure people are aware that it's like a Raimi film, but it's not
Yeah.
going to always gel with everyone. I truly thought, oh, this is going to be like a 60%, 70% audience reaction. Does it surprise you it's 88% at all, Sid?
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that because I had the same exact thought. Like as the movie gets crazier and crazier, I was like, whoa, I'm almost surprised people are like so enthusiastically on board with this film because it does veer into that drag me to hell sort of like silly Raimi stuff that people often don't like. But I think it is a bit more conventional than something like Drag Me to Hell in many ways. I'm curious to think how you guys think it compares stylistically to something like that, especially as like a big studio horror film, had a decent sized budget. I think it cost 40 million. So no, it doesn't surprise me at all because the moments didn't feel like it went so far. I was like, ooh, I feel like people might feel a little weird when that happens, but it's not so out there that it's going to completely turn people off from the movie, if that makes sense.
I think it does. What do you
Yeah,
think, Clara?
definitely. I think I am surprised, and I do wonder if the way people are responding so positively to this is tied to the fact that the two leads are so good and so
Yeah.
beloved
Yeah.
that it's adding a lot of cushion. Because, like, in certain ways, like the way this film goes in terms of like suspending disbelief reminds me very much of Trap, which we know people really didn't respond well to because of those demands. But then like this is getting the pass. And I do think maybe part of that is because it's Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien.
Great point. I think you're 100% right. How much weight does the Raimi name carry in terms
Ooh.
of audiences accepting certain scenarios that are a little bit more out there and being more willing to suspend
General
their disbelief?
audience.
Correct.
Not
Dude.
cinephiles.
People thought Multiverse of Madness was too weird. I feel
Well-
like the Raimi reputation has changed so much because it's been how many years since Drag Me to Hell? 17?
17.
Yeah.
17.
Which, by the way, I will say, I'm terrible at math. And so when I talked to Raimi, I accidentally said 27, and I
Oops.
felt really dumb.
That's okay.
No, it's okay. It
That's like
happens.
such an
Sam
easy
didn't
mistake
make fun
to
of me
make.
for it.
No,
but
exactly.
He probably
It's-
didn't
it's
even
from-
notice.
No,
I know.
Like, "Oh, it's been that long.
I just want to point out, I was like, oh, I felt so stupid. Anyways,
No,
it's been
it's
17
okay.
years since Drag Me to Hell, correct? Yeah.
Mhm.
What were
lot
you
of
saying? I
years.
interrupted you.
Oh, I don't know. I was just gonna say that Raimi has really he did Drag Me to Hell, and then what he did the Great and
Oz
Powerful.
the Great and Powerful.
Oz the Great and Powerful. He did Multiverse of Madness, and he's known most for doing Spider-Man. So I feel like weirder Raimi is something that's a little bit unknown to younger audiences that are going to see movies now. You know,
And one thing I'll say about Multiverse of Madness, which we've said in this podcast several times,
Yeah.
we three, we're fans.
We like it.
oh, we
love
love it.
We love
Multiverse
it.
of
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Really good
And I
movie.
still stand by a lot of people's frustrations with that movie is not a Raimi problem, and it's an MCU
No.
Feige problem.
100%.
And it's an issue that they had with how they presented and marketed that film and how people kind of had these expectations for what it was supposed to be and it wasn't. Go back and watch it blank slate without all of the hoopla that was surrounding it. It rips. Very good movie.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does the Raimi name still carry all that weight?
Wow. I'm not sure. At least within general audiences, I think it's probably similar to like Ryan Johnson, where we're like, of course, everyone knows his name. But I am a little hesitant to be like, yeah, I think if I told my sisters, do you know who Sam Raimi is? They'd be able to answer that properly. Like, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's some homework for everyone listening right now. Ask somebody in your life who's not a movie fan, do you know who Sam Raimi is?
Yeah.
Get their answer, record it, and let us know in the comments what they said.
Yeah, because I don't know. But I mean, when we had that conversation, you were kind of more on the side of everyone knows who Ryan Johnson is. Where are you falling?
which people pointed out
was
in
like,
the comments,
they were like,
I don't think people know either of them.
Yeah,
I think they're very really interesting comparison because it's like, oh, I love Spider-Man 2, but they're not thinking that that's a Raimi film. They're thinking it's a Spider-Man film.
Well, here's a follow-up question. Maybe it's obvious, but I want to ask anyways. Okay. Is Raimi more known for Spider-Man or for Evil Dead?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Do you agree, or are you wanting to say the other answer?
I don't know what I think.
Joe, come on.
I'm not asking what's more popular, Spider-Man or Evil Dead. But I think what you just said earlier,
I understand what you're saying. Okay.
Right. I think what you said earlier in that like a lot of people know Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, but are they connecting that to Raimi? As with Evil Dead, there is that immediate connection to Raimi.
Yes.
I think post Multiverse of Madness, there was enough of a conversation like, oh, it's Sam Raimi who directed Spider-Man. That maybe put him on a more modern map.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I would agree ultimately that he's probably most known generally as the director of Spider-Man. I think, and like you said, within certain circles and within our circle for sure, he's a household name and we're aware of him for a multitude of reasons, multiverse of madness reasons.
Wow.
I'm trying to just get like anecdotal evidence of whether or not the Raimi name is pushing people to go see this movie, which by the way is getting excellent word of mouth.
Yes.
And is doing well at the box office for some spoilers later.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, is it doing well at the box office because it's Raimi? Maybe a portion of that for sure. But I think a lot of the weight is being carried by McAdams and Dylan O'Brien being in this movie.
100%.
Two people that people know and love and are not just in the movie, but they're fucking great in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we asked that question because I was curious about it. Let's jump into Send Help. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Start with the easy one. Sid, what was your reaction, your thoughts? Just your overall feelings about Send Help when you left the theater.
Did you say jump into an easy one?
I know.
Just your overall, yeah. What do you think? If you want, you can quote the text you sent to us. I think it's a very appropriate text and how
what
I
did
felt
I send?
too.
Like all caps, mwahaha, that rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that like there were people who I know who love Raimi, both of you guys included, who thought that it rocked, and it was like Raimi returning back to his horror roots, like for the first time really since Drag Me to Hell. I love Drag Me to Hell. I watched that movie all the time growing up, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by how far the film actually goes at certain times, especially because it's not really an all-out horror film. It is that sort of man versus nature, like surviving on an island sort of film for a long time. But I will say, when the crash scene was happening and you get that Raimi shot that was in the trailer of her leaning back in the seat and the lighting closing. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. I was like, that's my fucking boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really satisfied. I think that the ending, like it really sticks the landing. And I think that that's important. It ends on a really like cheeky, fun note. And I also think that the script isn't halfway bad. It's I forget their names, but they did Freddy versus Jason and some other movie that I'm forgetting. But when I heard that at first, I was like, whoa, I wonder like how the script is going to be. I do think it's a very different film if Sam Raimi and Bill Pope are not involved. But luckily they were, and I thought it looked good. I thought it really felt like a Raimi movie, even though it wasn't like the most Raimi movie. And it just feels good to be like, wow, they really nailed that. And it was a fucking blast, you know?
Great summary. I think it really captures how
Yeah.
I felt too.
100%.
It was, whenever I see a movie before you two, I have to really bite my tongue in texting you guys
Yeah,
if I
you
liked
do.
it a lot, because I don't
Yeah.
want to set the wrong expectations or influence how you approach the film and sit down in it. But this is one of the movies where I was like, oh man, I had such a blast watching it. It was
Aw.
such a fun time where I was like, I'm going to fucking write a review right now
Yeah.
because it made me feel that good. I feel the same way. I think it does absolutely stick to landing in the ending, which we'll talk about the ending in a second. I think I was never doubting McAdams in this role or O'Brien in this role. I think we have all seen enough films with them in it where no part of me was worried about them. I say that because I have seen people say like they went in, they liked it, but they were concerned they weren't going to like it because it's McAdams in a role that she's typically not in.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that in a second. So, I mean, I just walked out and just had a good time. I think you said what you said about it being like not the most Raimi film is important because I do think it's a mixture of like some concessions he's made for studio requirements. I'm sure like there's like we need to have these kinds of scenes, but he's in an environment where it feels like Hollywood wants to kind of mute everyone's personal style. It feels really nice to watch a Raimi movie and be like, nah, man, he still got it. He still has found a way to insert everything he kind of likes about filmmaking, and whether that be like lighting or like the way that the crash zooms work and we get the jump scare or like a dream sequence or a nightmare sequence, like it's all there still. And like he can survive in this ecosystem where so many other directors don't. And what's what makes him so special. Anyways, it rocks. That was my feeling when I left.
Hell yeah.
No,
Claire?
I felt the same. I mean, when we met up after I'd seen it so we could see Iron Lung, I was like, that was so much fun. Like, I just had such a great time with it, and that was really satisfying. I think it is good to point out, like, Raimi can work within the studio system very effectively because now we have two projects back to back confirming that, in that like Multiverse of Madness is also very much still like tangibly something he made. And it's cool to see that, especially in an MCU movie where like that's where we really know directors go to have their personal styles die essentially. And then now he's got this as well. And so it's like, it's nice to see someone like thriving in this system that can so easily like squash any sort of creativity. And so that made it a lot of fun. I loved it. I think you guys have summed it up really perfectly, honestly.
Yeah. I like to note about Raimi working in the studio system. I wonder, like, what is it about him? Like, I know when he did Multiverse of Madness, he kind of like chummed Feige up to being like, hey, let me kind of like do what I want, you know? Like, I'll put in your Illuminati scene, but I want to make like a Sam Raimi movie. And it worked. Like, you can really feel the Raimi element. It's still an MCU movie, but like, you can really feel the Raimi in that film. Yeah. And here it is like, you know, if there are so many other directors who, if they had directed this film, you wouldn't have been able to feel a tangible style. So I do wonder, like, what's the Raimi magic? Like, do people just respect him so much? Is he really good at kind of like pushing the envelope while he's making the film? I feel like he's good at like proof of concept. Like he's like, look at this, like, trust me, like this will work. People think this is exciting. Yeah. And I think it's such a testament to the importance of that singular artistic style, and even just like film as a visual medium, that it's like people are excited about the movie, where this could have just been another like whatever movie that came out in January.
Not to spoil a conversation I had with Sam in the back half of this episode, but I asked him just plain simple, like, how do you continue to like find your voice in a world where it feels like they don't want you to have a voice? And he admitted plainly, like, it's hard sometimes to sell my movies and like get someone on board. And for a movie like this, it was difficult to get someone on board for a survival horror comedy with a dash of romance at times. Like, not everyone was on board, and it took a second to find somebody who was. And like, eventually someone trusted me with it. But I think you're right in that he has excellent proof of concept. Like, he delivers on what he promises. And ultimately, and this is from what he said, like, so much of what he wants is just for audiences to have a good time. And this is like the exact proof of concept that like we're watching this movie and having a good time.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, can work in the studio system really well. So it's not impossible.
No.
By the way, any
No.
future directors listening right now, it's not impossible.
But
You
I
just
do
have
wonder,
to be Sam Raimi.
Well, that's the thing is like I do wonder if his success in the current state of the industry is built on the fact that he made the Spider-Man trilogy, which is still very much within the studio system, but he's able to really maintain his vision there, and he has a strong track record of like that being effective.
He's a rare breed of director right now. There's not a lot of guys
is.
like Sam Raimi right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to, well, I don't know which way I want to go. Let's talk about performances, mostly because those are the easy ones we can get out of the way real quickly. I do want to go back to something you said about the script that I want to get into later.
Okay.
Rachel McAdams, everyone. Take a bow, McAdams. I know you're listening.
If I wasn't
Rachel.
holding my mic, I would clap.
Yeah, literally.
Are we consistently underrating Rachel McAdams as an actress?
I don't know if it's underrating.
Well, I think there's some conversation to be had here in the sense that we look at Rachel McAdams. I think everyone looks at her and thinks, you're a good actress. But I do think there is a large section of the population who looks at her and thinks, you are the romantic comedy actress.
And people look down on that genre.
They do look down on that genre.
Yes.
You are like the kind of, you play the sappy love role. And she has. You know, she'd been in The Notebook, she'd been in The Vow, she'd been in The Time Traveler's Wife. And
About Time.
She's in About Time. Obviously, she has done that role.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I don't think we underrate her at this podcast here, obviously. But I'm wondering if people underrate her as like this, as a versatile actress that she actually is.
Yeah, I think in that case, then I think that is definitely happening because I think people are like coming, like you had pointed out, some people kind of went in with this hesitancy of like, can she even do something like this?
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting because in a lot of ways, I think what she's doing as Linda Little reminds me a lot of Regina George in Mean Girls. Like that scene in Mean Girls where she's found out that Katie's been like fucking with her and she like comes in her room and screams and is like ripping everything off the walls. I'm like, that's little Linda Little.
Yeah.
Like they feel very in sync with each other. And so it's fun getting her to see her like unleash that moment for an entire movie. But it's not like her work hasn't illustrated that she can go this extreme.
Or the scene where she's torturing Dylan O'Brien and like has him paralyzed from the octopus.
Yeah.
And she's giving that whole monologue. That's very Regina George.
Yeah.
The way she's doing it. It's like a combination of both those characters into one.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
like, it's like that fake smile. That's like such a good comparison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's that line even where she says in that moment, like, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. It's almost like, in a way, we have to apply that to Rachel McAdams as a performer as well, is that she usually plays these very kind characters, but that doesn't mean she's a weak actress.
Wow, yes. 100% apply
true.
that to her as an actress. Yeah, I mean, here's a quick snapshot of her filmography in the last, I don't know, decade or so.
Okay.
So, Send Help. And then her last movie before this, do you guys remember what it was? It was 2 years ago.
Are You
3
There,
years ago.
God?
almost.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
It's
Are
Me,
You There,
Margaret?
God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh,
Which
and
she was
great in
fucking
that.
great in.
Amazing.
So good in that.
Really good. That was a really fun role for her as well. We could talk about that at length. Before that, Multiverse of Madness, 2020 Eurovision, the Netflix film with Will Ferrell,
Very funny.
which is I think is a solid movie, by the way. Then she did Game Night, Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal, the boxing drama film,
Oh, right.
Spotlight,
Oh.
which she was nominated for an Academy Award for, by the way.
Yeah.
And then she did Aloha. that same
Well,
year.
we don't need to talk
We
about
don't need to talk
Aloha.
about Aloha. And then if you look before that, you have kind of the slew of romantic comedies, About Time, The Vow, The Notebook, Time Traveler's Wife. And then the further back you go, you get some here and there. Red Eyes, one that sticks out as kind of like a thriller.
Right.
But I think now if you're listening and have been like underestimating McAdams, you probably haven't. But if someone in your life is, don't do it anymor. She clearly has like the range to do whatever at this point.
Yeah, her filmography is so varied. I think it is just like her range is underappreciated. And I won't spoil more of your conversation with Sam, but there is an element here of like Sam, my friend Sam Raimi.
I know. My good friend Sam.
I mean, I really just love when a director can see what an actor is known for and what their reputation is and subvert it and like weaponize it against the audience.
Oh yeah.
To make it more effective in that way, and it totally works here. But she's not a
Absolutely
stranger
great.
to horror. Like she did Red Eye, but I feel like it is like she's the one I mean, just watch the trailer and like look at what she's doing. Like she's the one who's like giving that very scenery chewing performance, which is something that we don't see her do very often.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I mean,
100%.
oftentimes I think when you look at like scenery chewing scenes from her, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is great.
Yeah.
I want to really emphasize that. But a lot of times, Multiverse of Madness, she's playing second fiddle to Doctor Strange in both films.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of the romantic comedies, she's always very good in them, but oftentimes playing second fiddle to the male lead.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to see someone recognizing her talent and putting her front and center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not to forget, Dylan O'Brien's great in this movie.
Yes.
How are we feeling about Dylan O'Brien, Claire?
I'm feeling once again vindicated for loving him since Teen Wolf.
Your
I feel
Dylan
really.
O'Brien stock is worth
Oh,
a lot
that's
of money
right.
now.
I invested
Yeah,
so
to
early
the
and it's
moon.
paid off in dividends.
It has
I'm
really paid
thriving.
off.
Yeah, I think this is really great. It's that funny thing though of like basically every movie he's in now, everyone's like, whoa, this Dylan O'Brien guy is exceptional. And it's like we're all getting amnesia for some reason. And
That was me last year with Twinless.
Exactly. It's like Twinless is a great example of that too, where everyone's like, whoa, like Dylan O'Brien can act. And it's like, he's been acting. But it's nice seeing, again, like these higher profile roles for him because like he deserves the attention, I think. Like he's a very consistently solid performer. And I think him here is really fun because again, he gets to play someone a little darker and more cruel, which it's not that he hasn't done darker, like grungier roles before. That is actually something he does, I would say, like fairly regularly. But it's the evilness of that role that makes it so distinct and exciting. Because I think a lot of times people are like, he's such a pretty face. Let's let him be nice.
Which
at
he
the
is a
end.
very pretty face, by the
God,
way.
he's so
Handsome man.
we got to see his butt.
Yeah, he's new in
That's
this
right.
movie.
Yeah, it was
He
awesome.
looking good.
But so I do think, again, there is that little bit of like discrediting him when people go into this of like, can he really be like that big of an asshole? And it's like, no, he really can be an asshole.
Huh, has he not played that type before?
He's played like variations.
Yeah, do you remember the movie Not Okay
Mhm.
with Zoe Deutsch?
Oh, yeah.
He's kind of like that douchebag, like an influencer type, I
Yeah.
believe. And so like, yeah, but he's a minor character in that film.
Mhm.
That movie's more about Zoe Deutsch making bad decisions for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you think like because he was the lead? I feel like it is like people underestimate him because he's not really seen as like a leading man, and he was the lead in the Maze Runner films, but that whole thing was just like a lot.
Yeah,
like
you know,
didn't really
those-
go how anyone would have
And
planned.
was he the one who was injured in those movies, or somebody was injured?
he
in those
almost
movies?
died shooting
Yeah.
Maze Runner,
So those
which is like
movies-
crazy.
And I know they hold a
that's
soft spot for a
right.
lot of like Gen Z and younger people
Mhm.
as like the kind of de facto post-apocalyptic movies, aside from like the Hunger Games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, his most similar role to this is an arc he does in Teen Wolf. Where
Oh, really?
His character's name is Styles, and everyone calls it Dark Styles, and he's like
Dark Styles.
temporarily like evil, and
fun.
he's very good at it. And so it is maybe the closest comparison we can provide.
He was in Saturday
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah, he was. Oh,
Yeah, he was good in
great.
Saturday Night.
He was really good.
funny. Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he was
interesting
great in this. They play off each other very well, but I feel like he does sort of like give Rachel McAdams the space to like be the lead,
Yeah.
but he does everything like he's like very believably evil, but he's also super funny in it without like taking away
Yeah.
from that part of himself. That one of the times I laughed the most was when he's trying to like kiss up to her and like convince her to let him come back to the camp, and he goes over to her like big fancy sushi spread and he picks up her cup and he goes, Linda.
Yeah, this movie does offer him like a rare opportunity to really invoke physical comedy as
Yeah.
well, which I don't really get to see a lot from him. But
Mhm.
because he's like,
Yeah.
on a crutch The way he like kind of waddles away after certain encounters. It's really, really funny.
Oh, it's so good.
He's great. He's great. I
Yeah,
mean, and
he's
them
really
together, like you said, they play off each other so well.
Yeah.
They give each other enough room to be as evil as they can be. I love their big fight scene in the forest. We can talk more about the ending in just a second, but
Okay.
I love so much about what he's doing in this movie.
Yeah, I want to shout out the torture scene too for him, because
Oh,
the
that's
fact that
right.
he has to convey pure terror and agony while totally paralyzed
yeah.
is such
Right.
a tricky thing to do, but he does it very effectively.
Yeah. And
So
they both have to
O'Brien-
have all sorts of liquids and
Yes.
substances
Being thrown at them.
put
Yeah.
in their face. Yeah.
I wrote down this question and I want to hear what you guys think about it. Are we shocked this Dylan O'Brien hasn't been poached by the MCU or DC as someone that's more of like this consistent figure in a franchise?
Yes and no. I think if anything, it's possible maybe he has been approached and he's declined. Like he did Maze Runner. Like he has been
Yeah.
in that space before. And I do wonder if part of his lack of involvement now is tied to him already previously doing that and not really wanting to have that be a part of his career anymore.
I get the
Could
vibe
be.
too that it's less of like he hasn't been approached and more of like this personal, I'm good. Maybe I don't need to get involved with that. He's a very private guy. There was an article that came out like a week ago about him not having Instagram and like
Yeah.
how that was a really big deal in Hollywood. People are kind of like mad he doesn't, but he likes being private, doesn't like to be doing all these interviews and junkets all the time. Maybe he just doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to be in the
that's right.
MCU focus, you know?
That's a big thing now. I mean, we see so many celebrities talking about like, oh yeah, they're hiring people based off Instagram followings.
Followers,
And
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, haha, like he couldn't even get a role in the MCU. It's like some actors don't want to do that. Like,
yeah.
you know, Jessie Buckley isn't going to like get an Instagram just because she like wants to get bigger, higher paying roles
Yeah.
or whatever. It's not
Yeah.
about that for
Yeah,
everyone.
I think that's the important takeaway from this is that not everyone needs to be in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I think that like for a long time, maybe there was an allure and you kind of wanted to be in it. Now I don't blame actors who are like, no, I'll stay away from that. Like I don't need to
Yeah,
lock myself
right.
in for 10 years.
No, exactly.
And look at someone like Chris Evans who's been locked in and then, you know, post MCU has had a rockier
Mhm.
career. Anyways, so shout out to Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. You guys
Yeah.
rock. Going back to the script really quickly, you said something that I wanted to just kind of jump off because I think I agree with it wholeheartedly in that there are so many times in this movie where it feels like it's going in a certain direction.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there in my seat and I'm like, oh, please don't go in that direction. And then it makes like a hard left and goes into the, this is right, hard left and goes into a completely different direction. And I'm very thankful for that because there were several times where I thought, oh no, are they actually going to do a romance here between the two characters? Like, oh no, are they actually going to do this other thing that I was kind of worried about? And they never did. And then it ends on a note where I thought it would have completely stuck the landing. But was there ever a moment that you felt the same way, Clara?
Wow, like they were gonna fuck?
Well, not that we're gonna fuck. Just like that the script's gonna be fucked up and like go in a direction that you're like, oh, I'm no longer on board with this.
Yeah, I think that happens like consistently throughout this. I think especially when you're in a film setting like this where it's just two people trapped on an island, there's only so many routes to go in theory. And like I think there is a little bit more of a formula to something like that. And I think there's also the tendency to, especially with like an evil female lead, to have some sort of like pivot at the end and be like, well, she's not that evil, don't worry. And it's like, no, like we want this lady to be evil. And they really, really commit to that. And I think that's why it feels so fun and pays off so nicely, because it's like there is no like wavering of like where they want to take things. But I did feel it throughout where I'm like, oh, I think I know what is about to happen. And then it's like, oh,
Just kidding.
I did not know.
Yeah, there's several times where I'm like, oh, is she gonna gain consciousness right here? And
Yeah.
will she save Bradley's fiance and the tour guide
Oh,
in
yeah.
that moment? And though, so it cuts away and we don't know, and we get a flashback. Like, nope, she shoved them off the cliff. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was very worried it was going to go down the more tropey cliche. She's gained consciousness, realized she's been a bad person, and or what have you.
Yeah.
What about you, Sid? Were you ever nervous?
I don't know if, what I love most about the film, I'm glad that you brought that up, Clara, that it is like it allows her to be truly evil and like really go there. I think that the film really commits to its own themes in that way, and that it's talking about it. I mean, this whole thing is her sort of being liberated from the role that she played at her company in society, specifically as a woman. Like, sure, she's kind of like frumpy and not super likable, but it's because she's a woman and she's not like in that club. And the island almost, it doesn't just level the playing field, she now has the upper hand.
Yes.
And that's what's so cathartic about watching it. And it does, it delves briefly into like, oh, like Bradley's parents were like, his mom was abusive and his dad was absent or whatever. And she says, you're definitely a monster, but at least it's not your fault, I guess.
Yeah.
But
There
he's
is
still,
some
it's kind of
dabbling
like,
in that, yeah.
right. There's an explanation, but it's not excusing his behavior, and he doesn't change. And
Exactly.
it was really refreshing and subversive in that way. So yeah, I think just being able to every opportunity there was for them to backtrack on that, they didn't, and that was what was most surprising. I think that generally a lot of the film is like predictable and sort of telegraphed. Like when it's revealed that there was a house on the other side of the island, I was like, yeah, I kind of figured they would either like be life on the island or something. We know that she doesn't want to leave the island, so that wasn't the craziest thing in the world, but it's that it goes so far into her being a murderer.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think for me, the twist was less about, oh, there's people on the island. There's kind of that assumption there's life there.
Yeah.
Right. I think what I like more is that she kind of leans into being a villain. She's on like the PA system in the house.
Taunting him like
Taunting
Jigsaw.
him. Yeah, like
literally.
she's like a super villain.
Yeah.
And it leads to this big fight scene inside the house after they have fought in the forest, which is also, a moment where you're like, oh, is someone gonna like relent and say, I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt you? But no, like he digs his finger into her eye.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Crazy
pretty
shot.
gnarly fight.
Yeah.
There's a great shot of her like screaming and
yeah.
her face is covered in mud and her
Yeah.
eyes all bloodshot.
So awesome.
And then we get to the house. She's taunting him, and this is where I'm like really falling in love with the movie even more, because like you said, they've gone there, they're not going back anymore.
Yeah.
But then there's that moment where they're inside the living room. She has the shotgun. He's like begging her, saying sorry, and it seems like, oh no, she's gonna forgive him. How is this gonna end? Is it gonna go down the more cliche route of like he gets the upper hand and wins? But he gets the gun. He tries to shoot her. It's not loaded. And then she's able to like knock him down, and then hits him in the head.
What if she goes strategy and planning?
Strategy and planning,
yeah, her
baby.
department.
And she knocks him down and she hits him in the head. Match cut to her playing golf, which was like, at that moment, I was like,
I could
chills.
cheers.
Yeah, like
arm hairs were
Perfect
going
movie.
like up. I'm like getting goosebumps. And like,
Yeah.
there we go. And then we ends with Linda Little having won. She's like making a book and a movie about her time on the island, mourning Bradley's death. And she's cuts to her in her convertible car driving down the highway
With her bird.
With her bird. And she looks at the camera. What's the final line? I don't remember. But she says something, and then she winks.
Does she?
I thought she says something.
maybe she doesn't. I don't remember that either.
I don't remember exactly, but she looks at the camera, like
The
winks,
wink.
and then the movie ends.
Yeah.
Right in the camera. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's
I
kind of
was
like no other
dead.
choice for girls. You got to do what you got to do.
I mean, like, it doesn't get better than that. There were
Yeah.
so many opportunities, like we've all said, that where this could have gone the opposite way. They could have played it safe, played into audience expectations a little bit more, maybe an audience desires at times, and it doesn't. It often with movies like this, I feel like you can tell when the writing doesn't really know what to do. It never felt like that in this movie. It felt like they had an ending, they knew what they were doing, and they worked its way to that.
Yeah.
And that's why it works so well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What a movie.
Wow.
Shout out to Raimi, the Raimi-isms of all this movie.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite Raimi moment in this film that you guys like a lot? I have a couple I want to
Ooh.
shout out.
I really like the
Ooh.
nightmare sequence.
Oh, the nightmare sequence
it's
rocks.
so
Yeah.
much fun, and like the jump scare at the end of it is like so like silly but so exciting to like experience. And I think it's just like that's what I love is when he goes into that weird like dreamy like nightmare fuel kind of stuff, and I think it plays really nicely in the movie.
Sid, favorite Raimi-ism in this movie?
I'll second that. I mean, I loved that it was like it wasn't like she was the monster because you're like, wow, is this real? Is this gonna be like a crazy nightmare sequence? And then all of a sudden, there's just like a boogeyman, like
Yeah.
crazy looking thing behind her. It's insane. Raimi moments. I loved the scene in the plane. I love the eyeball. There are a couple of shots where we got like a close up on some eyeballs.
At the
Yeah.
very beginning is what I want to
Obviously, it's
shout
like a
out.
huge trademark. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
What where it's like
she's-
she had the tuna on her face.
Yes.
Yes.
Tuna on her
Oh
face.
my
And
god.
it does like an up close on the
Yeah.
tuna on her lip, and then it cuts to Bradley's like eye as he's like staring at the tuna on her
Yeah.
lip.
Yeah.
It was
I really love
good.
that. Good shout out.
Love the goopy. I mean, I love the boar killing scene.
I do too.
And I will
Yeah.
say, yeah, VFX with the boar itself aren't great. But what can
yeah.
you do there? I think that there is a good enough mix of practical and VFX that like we're still seeing the actor like interact with the blood and whatever in a
Mhm.
physical way. And it's just fun. I mean, half the fun of this movie is seeing the actors like do all of it, you know?
Yeah.
The boar scene's great, and I will stand by that being great. I know, and I acknowledge the VFX, like you said, are a little shoddy in those moments. You know, there's some moments where it does like a big wide shot of the island. I'm like, maybe it doesn't
Yeah.
look great. But I'm not bothered by the VFX at all because I think the mix with the practicality of watching these actors get drenched in blood and guts and goop is enough to offset it for me. The boar fight's great because we see Linda just explode out of this like shell, this quiet shell we'd seen her.
Yeah.
Really embrace like the huntress part of her spirit. And when she kills the boar, it's that very classic Raimi moment. If she kills the boar, there's blood all over her and she's won.
Yeah.
And then it wakes up again.
Oh my god.
And then like there's more blood and it's just like pouring on
And
her.
the snot,
There's like,
like,
snot
oh,
coming out of the
crazy.
nose. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. And I love all that. We also get a classic Raimi vomit scene where she's fed
Yeah.
poison and she's
So
vomiting
funny.
on Bradley as she's trying to revive him.
Yes. And he's like half awake and just like having it fall on him.
Oh, it's fantastic. Love that moment. Love all the crash zooms.
Yeah.
There's
Of
one
course.
when the plane crashes and it's in the water and it's sinking and she's like trying to get her seatbelt off and she's about to swim out of the exit and then like I think one of the stewardess bodies like,
Yes.
flops over
Yes.
and there's like crash zoom on that on
Yeah.
her face. I talked about the match cut at the end. I really like a lot.
Love that. There's one transition where I think it's when she is like, she realizes that Bradley's like ungrateful for what she's done while he's injured. And so she picks everything up and leaves. And it's like him
Oh,
throughout the
yes.
day with the sun and
Oh,
like,
yes,
how it's
yes,
like
yes.
he's
Yeah.
the pan across
Oh.
the screen and the fades. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that's a
Epic.
good one.
Yeah.
I love the shot of the fiance's arm outside the beach.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Kind of like this
Yeah.
with the ring on it. You see
Yes.
just the ring sparkling in the sun.
Yeah.
All
Great
of this, I'm
shot.
like, it's kind of dope that audiences are on board with this. I mean, when he pokes his finger in her eye, I mean, it looks totally fake and ridiculous the way that her eye is like bulging out and like
Mhm.
puffing out. But you know, I mean,
Who
he's also
cares?
so.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
matter.
I don't sound like we shouldn't care because it's
Yes, I
fun
agree.
and it's funny,
Yeah.
and I think it is also a testament to how good Raimi is at balancing tone.
Yeah.
That he's able to keep everyone on board.
Yes.
Agree completely.
Totally agree.
I think I've shouted out everything I want to shout out in terms of things I like. The one big detractor I had was I wasn't a fan of the CGI, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. It didn't really take away from my experience too much. Is there anything else you want to shout out, positive or negative, before we move on, Clara?
I did kind of want to commend whoever made the trailers for this because I thought it was kind of fun that the trailers do show like pretty significant moments, but they're so early on in the movie that like you hit a point where like, oh, I've seen everything from the trailer now. There's still so much movie left. And I think that is really nice because it would have been very easy for them to like show the house in the trailer and just like all these extensive details from later on in the film. And they don't do that. They show a lot of restraint. And I think that paid off really nicely.
Yeah, shout out
Good
to
point.
whatever studio made the trailer.
Yeah,
shout out
thank
to you
you.
guys. Sid,
Yeah.
shout outs before we move on.
There's a lot about it that I like. I really loved the scene where she finds the waterfall and it's almost like she like completely transforms. Like she's finally in her element. Rachel McAdams looks down at a puddle, and I think it's like the most beautiful I have ever seen someone look ever. Like her hair becomes beautiful. It's like she's just like one with the island. And I mean, it's so delicious in that it's like she's like a crazy person, but I don't know, her whole character I just love. Linda Little ended up feeling like so much more of an iconic character has like been born than I was expecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love how cynical the film is. I mean, Bradley doesn't change, and she ends up, using the murder of all these people to her benefit. Yeah, it was just so much fun. It was just so much fun. I mean,
I
and
agree.
also like who doesn't love like a, stranded on a desert island premise? I feel like we don't get enough movies like that.
No, it's a nice blend of like Castaway and Misery.
Yeah.
Had a baby
Yeah,
and then made
yeah, a
this
lot of
movie kind
misery.
thing.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate. And it's so rare to get a movie nowadays in general that are just not sequels, adaptations, or remakes. Linda Little's an original character.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time we got an original, like new, I don't want to call her a villain, but just an original character that could become this iconic, and like it's just Ma.
Cooper Trap.
Cooper Trap.
Yeah.
It's all
I
our
mean,
guys, all our boys are doing
There
that.
are characters, obviously, and we have filmmakers like Raimi and Shyamalan and everyone making these original characters. But like, you're right. I didn't expect to come out of this thinking like, oh, Linda Little. I'm
Yeah.
gonna forever remember that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is this going to be a Halloween costume? Like,
Oh,
she was
for
awesome.
sure.
Oh, I hope so. That'll be
Absolutely.
awesome.
All right. Should we move on to some questions we have about the film? Should we do a Raimi ranking? Are we ready for that? How prepared do we
Full
feel?
Raimi ranking?
Well, I haven't seen every Raimi film, unfortunately. The one I wanted to watch before this episode, I never got around to. I was a dummy and watched A Fistful of Dollars instead,
That's not dumb.
which was pretty
how
good.
could you?
It was pretty
How
good.
dare you? Well,
But-
I was going to say maybe we should rank his horror movies specifically.
Okay, we can do that. So if we're doing horror and excluding its murder, because that was an amateur film, but we'll start with Evil Dead. Well,
Okay.
Evil Dead, I haven't seen Crime Wave.
Okay.
It's labeled here as a comedy film, not a horror anyways.
Hmm.
Evil Dead 2. Is Darkman a horror? I would say it is.
I think it has. Oh, it's not.
It's not on Letterboxd.
categorized as such.
Oh, on Wiki it says superhero horror film.
Huh.
We don't have to include it. It's fine.
Okay.
Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Drag Me to Hell, Send Help.
And The Gift.
Oh, and The Gift. Is The Gift labeled as horror?
Yeah.
Supernatural thriller? That'll count. Yeah.
It's horror on Letterboxd.
Perfect. Okay. So again, Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3, The Gift, Send Help, Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
All right. I have not seen The Gift. So based on what I have seen, I will say, oh, this is hard.
Yeah, it's like
It is
actually
hard.
hard.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, last place is Drag Me to Hell.
What? Okay.
Okay.
These are all 4 stars and
Right.
above, by the way.
Okay.
So Drag Me to Hell, Evil Dead 1, Send Help, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead
Wow.
Army of Darkness.
That's so
Well, I
funny.
was getting I was going to say Evil Dead 2 when I changed my mind last minute.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what
okay.
what did I just say
Wow.
right now? Drag Me to Hell, Evil Dead,
Yep.
Send Help, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2. That's how I would rank the
Okay.
ones I've seen.
Wow.
But I don't even feel good about that right now. Clara,
Okay.
what
Yeah,
are you
it's
ranking
hard.
them?
This is very hard. I think I would do Evil Dead 2.
In last place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
also I haven't seen Army of Darkness.
Oh, whoa.
But I bought it on DVD
Claire, you'd
yesterday.
love it.
I
think
found it
you're
at
gonna
Barnes
really
and
like
Noble
it.
and I
Love
bought it
it.
and I'm really
I think
excited.
you're gonna
It's
enjoy
so
that one.
fun.
I'm excited. So I can't rank that. So Evil Dead 2. Then I would do The Gift, but The Gift is really good.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I would do Send Help, Drag Me to Hell, Evil Dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Sid?
Very different from mine.
Very different.
Okay. I can. Ooh. All right. And last, I have Evil Dead 1.
Okay.
I
Okay.
struggle with that movie. I don't struggle with it, but it's like I feel like Evil Dead 2 is such an improvement. And I'm just like, yeah,
Wow.
I like Evil Dead 1, but it's my
I'm the
least favorite.
opposite.
Evil
I
Dead.
think a lot of my love for it just stems from like, oh, it's his first big movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so endearing to watch. Like, but yeah, Evil Dead 2 is so much more. of an
I do love
improvement.
it. I love it
Gotcha.
a lot. Then I think I would do Send Help. I haven't seen The Gift. I forgot to say that.
Guys.
Then I would do Drag Me to Hell. Then Evil Dead 2. Then Army of Darkness at 1.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
You have Drag Me
Is
Hell
Send
over Send Help.
I don't know. I'm going to have to rewatch Drag Me to Hell. The last time I saw Drag Me to Hell was in 2022, and I gave it 4 stars. So
I mean, it's still good. It,
Yeah,
it
it's
rocks
great
really hard.
it's
movie.
great.
I
It's
love
so
Drag
good.
Me to Hell.
Another movie that really nails the ending.
Yes.
Yeah,
completely
yes.
100%.
He's so good at endings.
Yeah.
He's so good at everything.
No, like
He is.
he's too
He's so
talented.
what is it? Your swag too tough. They'll kill you.
Killing you.
He's so like cynical and brutal, but then you see him talk, and he's like, I just think everyone should have fun at the movies, and I love to make
Yes.
movies, and I love everyone.
Yeah.
You're the cutest man who ever lived.
But also, like Spider-Man 2 is probably, I mean, arguably one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. Has some of the most like beautiful superhero moments ever put to screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he contains multitudes. That guy. He contains
How do we
multitudes.
rank Raimi's Spider-Man movies?
Oh my god.
Just Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Or superhero?
Oh, we can do. Oh, that's hard.
Not
That's
really.
we can do superhero. Does that include Darkman?
It does include Darkman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And multiverse.
I would do if for Raimi's superhero movies.
Yeah.
I would say it goes Multiverse of Madness and last. No, Darkman and last.
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
That's how I would do it. Darkman, I like. I think I have both of them at 3.5 stars. Multiverse of Madness and Darkman. So I
Right.
like both those movies a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I would have.
Okay.
Clara?
I still haven't seen Darkman, so I can't rank that.
Do you know the premise of Darkman?
He's dark.
No.
Okay. I don't know.
It's such a crazy movie. Liam Neeson plays like a doctor, and something happens to him where he can't feel pain, and so he like becomes a superhero because of that.
But why Darkman?
Because he hides like in the he can't be seen. Like the sun will like burn his skin off, so he's covered in bandages.
He's a
the entire time.
vampire?
No,
No.
that's not why.
Guys, that's not as fun.
But anyways,
It's
that's
fun.
the premise of
Okay. It's a
Darkman. It's a fun
crazy
movie.
movie.
It's a fun movie.
Okay, cool. I do want to watch it. Honestly, I was like, oh, I should watch a bunch of Raimi, but then I was like, I don't want to speed run all the stuff I haven't seen because it's like
Right.
fun
Yeah.
taking my time with his stuff. So I didn't do it. Okay, superhero movies. Man, I love them all though. Okay, I think I would put Multiverse of Madness at 4. Then it's Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would do Darkman at last, then Multiverse of Madness, then Spider-Man 3, then Spider-Man 2, then Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 1, Truther?
Whoa.
I just
I mean,
those
they're not both perfect.
I know they're both perfect. They're both perfect, but I'm an origin story girl, and
You are.
the first movie just meant so much to me growing up. I mean, the second
Yeah.
movie is perfect, but just like all the moments of him getting bit and like discovering his powers. When I saw that when I was fucking 6 years old, that was like
informative
important
film.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, hey, they're all great. They're all very good.
Yeah.
He's so
All
good.
right.
Wow.
Oh, no Bruce Campbell cameo?
He is in it.
He is in this, from what I understand.
He's credited as Bradley's dad.
Interesting.
Oh, what
Which
is
I
there, like a
think they show
picture of him on the desk?
Yeah, there's
or
a
something?
picture
I think
or
so.
something.
Or a newspaper or something.
I think
I
it's a
didn't even
newspaper.
catch that.
Yeah.
What
So
about
he's
the
there.
Oldsmobile?
I think it is also, from what I read, I think someone on Reddit had posted that both Campbell and the Oldsmobile's in the movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't know to what
Okay.
capacity, but they're apparently in the movie. Probably in like the parking lot of their office or something like that. Who
Yeah,
knows?
or like when she's
Yeah,
at the golf
something like
course
that.
peeling out or whatever.
yeah, who knows when it's there, but it's there.
She's not in it, is she?
No,
in the
is she?
Oldsmobile.
No.
I don't think she is.
No.
It
Just
looks
got
like
a
a
paint
newer
job?
car.
Yeah.
Maybe it did. I don't remember.
Huh.
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, shout out to Quick and the Dead. They didn't fit any of our rankings, but I just really like
You
the
really-
Quick and
yeah,
the
I
Dead.
really
love
like that
That
movie.
movie rocks.
I need
It's
to
a really
watch
good
that.
movie. And is there any other ones I want to shout out? I haven't seen A Simple Plan,
Me neither.
which I've heard
I haven't either.
is really good.
Mhm.
I've heard people say it's like one of his best. So
Yeah.
I want to get to that. And For the Love of the Game as a baseball film, I really enjoy it. It is definitely different. It's a little bit more romantic and it's a sports film, but I like that one as well.
Yay.
Oz the Great and Powerful isn't great. You know?
Yeah.
I also don't blame Raimi for it as well. I think there's some issues there that are not Raimi related.
It's a
That's
crazy
a-
movie visually.
Yeah.
Is that also like able to hold on to the Raimi-isms despite being a studio film or not? Is that like the maybe
That's
exception
the one
to
where
his
he
rule?
feels the most handcuffed, for being
Okay.
honest.
Yeah. But there is some crazy shit in there.
There's some
Okay.
crazy stuff in there for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a really miscast film. I think Franco's terrible. I think Kunis is terrible in that movie. There's a lot of just bad aspects to it that just don't work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I've
Okay.
confirmed the Oldsmobile cameo.
Oh,
What is it?
After Linda is informed by Bradley that she won't be getting her promised promotion,
in the
she
cardboard.
goes out to her car and the classic Oldsmobile is the car that she's in.
Ah,
So it's her
okay.
car.
So it's her car.
wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very cool.
That's cool.
That's a good scene as well.
Yeah, I like that
This
part.
scene makes me so sad when she's like walking out of the office, telling herself not to cry.
I know.
I
It's-
know.
That's what I like about the movie too, though, is like it makes it really easy to be like, oh, poor Linda, and then she keeps
Yeah.
doing shit where it's like, Linda, no, but you like still feel like sad for her to an extent. It's like I like how confrontational it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sid, any final questions before we move on?
Should we do like best Rachel McAdams performances?
Ooh.
I mean, if you want to, I'm on board.
Yes, let's do it.
I'm missing a couple big ones.
Okay.
I haven't
Do
seen
we have to
About
rank
Time.
them, or should we just do like
Maybe
three
like top
favorite?
three.
Okay.
Yeah, top
Okay.
three.
From what I've seen, I'm gonna say, ooh, About Time. Fuck.
This is actually like genuinely really
This is actually
hard.
tough.
It
I think
is.
Send Help is in the 3 now. That's what I
think
would
so.
say.
I think so too.
So I would say Send Help, About Time. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Ooh. Okay.
But
Okay.
like honorable mentions to Spotlight and Game Night.
Okay.
That's where I'm
I'm
at right now.
shocked you haven't said Mean Girls.
Well,
Mean Girls is so tough.
I grew up with Mean Girls, but also I didn't really grow up with Mean Girls.
Oh, that's more me.
Maybe. Well, I
Yeah.
just don't think I watched it
I
a
grew up with
ton.
Mean Girls.
I don't know. I didn't watch it enough to be like, oh, this is like my go-to movie. I mean, obviously, if you had it there, I wouldn't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
No one's saying The Family Stone.
Oh, but she's so good in that.
She's good in that movie.
Oh, I literally was like, oh man, she's great in the family
What 3 would
Stone.
you choose, Clara?
Man, don't ask me that. I think I would put Send Help in there. I would put About Time because that's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
The third spot, it's impossible.
That's the hard part. I'm like, I have to pick something and then I have to ignore everything else. Maybe I would go Spotlight, but
Yeah.
I am hesitant because I'm like, Spotlight's are such a good movie. I'm like, is it really like one of her best, or is it just I
It is
love the movie?
like an ensemble film too,
Exactly.
where everyone's just
Yeah.
really good together.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. But I do want to honorable mention Morning Glory, which I think is
You
really
do
awesome.
love Morning Glory. Yeah.
I like Morning
Okay,
Glory.
that's
yeah.
fair.
Sid, you're 3.
I think it's easy for me, especially
Whoa.
because
Okay,
especially
flex.
because I haven't seen About Time.
She's
Okay.
watching
For a
us
lot of
struggle
people,
over
it's
here,
a
and she's like, I got my 3.
I already have it.
I would say it is Mean Girls,
Okay.
Now Send Help, and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game Night again, guys. Very funny movie. And she's so good in it. She's so fucking funny in that film. Like,
I
holy
will
shit.
say The Rachel McAdams clip I see posted the most is the one from Game Night where she like pushes the guy and he goes into the propeller and she goes, "Oh no, he died." Or she's like, "Yes." And then he's like, "Oh no, he died."
It's so funny. There's
so
a great
funny.
moment in that movie where she's allowed to act out the famous diner scene from Pulp Fiction. Oh, it's so good. She is
Fun.
so funny in that movie. Oh, anyways,
Yay.
I love Rachel McAdams. All right,
She's so good.
Clara, final questions before we move on.
Those were kind of my big ones, unless we also want to talk about how our favorite Dylan O'Brien performance is.
We can. I don't think
We can.
Let's see here.
Guys, we gotta.
Have we not talked about this? No, we didn't. We didn't do a
I don't think
Twinless.
so.
Well, I'll say Twinless, Send Help. Twinless, Send Help, and I don't know, Saturday Night,
Yeah?
Cattle
Okay.
Lake,
Oh, Cattle Lake is a good show.
He was
good
good
in
in
that.
Cattle
He's good
Lake.
in that.
the All Too Well short film.
Okay.
True.
Final answer?
No,
Okay.
I'll go Saturday Night.
Okay.
Okay.
Claire, what do you got?
Oh, me.
Well, you're the O'Brien expert here.
That's true. I would do Twinless. I would do Send Help. And then I'm a little torn. I do really want to shout out a movie called Pony Boy that premiered at Sundance and just
Oh,
came out
yeah.
finally this last year. And
Yeah.
he plays a bit of a villain. I forgot about this. He plays a bit of a villain in that as well. And he's really good in that. But I think for like favorite, I think my third pick would be Love and Monsters.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
movie.
fun.
I forgot he's in that.
Awesome. Yeah. And then if we could pick a TV show, obviously number one would be Stiles Stilinski.
Who is
and
the
Teen
girl
Wolf.
lead in Love and Monsters? Jessica Henwick. That's who it is.
Oh,
Oh.
That's right. That's right.
he's so fun. Okay, Sydney, your turn.
Sid.
I would go Send Help. Maybe I'd say like The Outfit. I thought The Outfit was
Oh.
fun.
Okay,
I
The
thought
Outfit is
him
fun.
and Zoe Deutsch were both really fun in that.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then maybe Saturday Night.
Okay.
okay.
Wait, have you not
Yeah.
seen Twinless? You're just not a big fan
No,
of
I
Twinless.
haven't watched it yet.
Oh.
I haven't watched it yet.
Let us know when you watch it.
Yeah.
I will.
His next film being slated here is something called Being Human, which
Oh.
is a film being directed by Sean Heder. That name sounds familiar. It's because she directed Coda.
Coda.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a
Right.
biographical drama, and he's in the film. Looks like he's playing a character called Evan White.
Cool.
So we'll see what
Oh,
happens.
Mark
with that.
Ruffalo's in it too.
Mark Ruffalo's in it. Ruth Madley, Rob Delaney, Ray Fisher. It's an interesting
Dope.
cast. All right. Final letterbox score for Send Help. Clara,
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Sydney.
I haven't logged it yet, but I'm gonna hit it with the 4.
Hell yeah. Joe?
I hit it with the 4.
Let's
happily.
go.
It's a House of Cinema 4-star banger for you
4-star
right there.
banger.
4-star
Send
banger.
Help. And that will be our conclusion on our conversation on Send Help. Before we move on, though, a quick box office prediction. $40 million budget. According to what I'm reading here, so far through the weekend, it's made $28 million worldwide.
Okay.
Very strong opening. Good word of mouth. When the dust settles, Claire, what do you think it'll end up being at?
Ooh, wow. Nothing. What? Is there anything big coming out in the next couple weeks? Not really.
Strangers Chapter 3, baby. Final chapter.
So, like I said,
Wuthering
not really.
Heights is
Wuthering Heights until
the
February 14th.
horizon.
or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like there, but
Not really.
there's some wiggle
But
room.
then Psycho Killer and How to Make a Killing are kind of both in the same genre space.
yeah.
And that's not
But it
until
has a
late
whole
February.
month
Yeah,
until
that's-
then.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. And it's like you can't even compare it to Multiverse of Madness. It's like not relevant at all.
Not relevant at all.
No.
Okay. So I think I'll guess 85.
I like that guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Sid, what do you got?
I'm gonna lowball a little from that and say 62.
Okay. Joe?
Yeah. I want to believe in movies, and so I'm like, yeah, give it 90, man. Hope
Yeah.
it makes 100. I
Yeah.
think it'll probably close out at, you said 62? I'll say 59.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
That could win.
We'll
That
see
could
what
be
happens.
possible.
All right. That's our
cool.
box office prediction. If you have not seen Send Help, go see it. It rocks.
Yeah.
Maybe this conversation
So good.
convinced you.
Mhm.
Before we move on, we have our Q&A from last week. If you're new here, at the end of every public episode, we ask you a question to which you can respond on Spotify comments or YouTube comments or the Instagram story. Last week, we had an episode on the best of 2025. Really fun episode. We asked very simply what your favorite movie of 2025 was and a shout out to kind of what we did in the episode. And we got a lot of answers.
Yeah.
A ton of answers, which is always a lot of fun to read how everybody's kind of experiencing the year. So we're going to go through a handful of them. We'll read as many as we can before we close out the episode. What will be the question we leave for people for Send Help, though?
Ooh.
Favorite Sam Raimi? Is that too niche?
There's enough Raimi, but then we'll get a lot of Spider-Mans and Evil Deads.
But we get a definitive
Favorite-
ranking eventually.
Favorite lead performance in a horror film?
Oh,
That's fun.
I like that. I
Let's
like that.
do
Or
that.
maybe just favorite performance in a horror film.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
We'll
I
do
like
that.
that.
Let's
Let us
do
know
that.
your favorite performance in a horror film.
Okay.
There we go. Drop the comments on Spotify or YouTube. All right, now back to this one. Your
Okay.
favorite movie and shout outs of last year. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Clara, you did all that work. Start us
Oh.
off today.
Thanks. Let's see. Evie says, favorite of the year was probably Sinners. Honorable mention to 28 Years Later, but it was such a good year, it's hard to pick. Also, I'm tempted to say The Monkey because my brother and I love The Monkey more than anyone else loves The Monkey. I
I'm
love
happy
that
for
for
you.
you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's really sweet. I'm happy for you.
That's so fun.
Sid, go ahead.
All right. Summer Wheeler says One Battle After Another, of course, but I have to shout out Superman because I dearly miss Superman Summer. With the
Oh,
fire
Superman
emoji.
Summer was fun.
It was a good
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Did you have more fun during Superman Summer or Twister Summer?
I know Twister Summer.
I had way more fun in Twister Summer.
I was afraid of Twisters, so I
You
have
didn't
to
see
say
it?
That's
Superman. I saw Twisters.
Oh,
I just-
yeah.
I just was really afraid.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were there. Okay.
It was just fun saying if you can feel it, chase it every like
That's
2
true.
seconds.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Probably too much.
Let's see. Griffith Johnson said F1 favorite. Hey, congrats to you, Griffith.
Yeah.
I don't know if you work in
Yeah.
F1, but congrats to you because F1 is the best picture nominee now.
Yeah.
And shout out to Life of Chuck.
Aw, yay.
Oh,
Freya Monk says, Tron Ares, I won't apologize.
Oh,
and you
well,
shouldn't.
shouldn't
have to.
Live your truth.
it looked
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it did.
And it sounded cool.
Yeah, it did.
And it sounded cool.
yeah.
If you just watch it with your eyes closed and ears
Stop,
open.
stop.
J.R. Lee, or maybe Junior Leisure, says favorite One Battle After Another. Shout out The Ugly Stepsister, horror at the Oscars. Fuck yeah!
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fun
finally
story.
watched it. What?
Sid
Oh.
texts us.
Sid Texas is like, I think I'm gonna watch Ugly Stepsister on the plane, and we're like, no, don't
Don't watch
that.
it on the plane.
Yeah, I didn't think through that one very well, and I didn't watch it on the plane. I decided not
Yeah.
to, but I did watch it, and I thought it was great. And I texted Joe and Claire. I was like, "Wow, I'm like all the more impressed that this got nominated."
Yeah.
like really good horror acknowledgement there.
Really fun pick.
Deservedly nominated. I'm just more surprised that Oscar voters watched it, but we know that
Yeah.
the crafts vote for the crafts. So a bunch
Right.
of makeup and hairstylists in the crafts voted for it, and I'm glad because
Yeah.
it looks great.
100%.
Whose turn is it? Sid's?
It's
Sid
your
just-
turn.
Oh, it's
your
my turn already?
Yeah.
Damn, that was fast. Izzy said, Die My Love had me entranced.
Mm.
Long live outrageous, untethered women. A shout out to Sinners. I saw it in theaters 9 times.
Dedication.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's super awesome. Okay. Adri Zoll says, haven't stopped thinking about Begonia since I saw it. Good shout. Begonia's fun.
Nice.
I like Begonia.
Me
It
too.
was fun. I'm glad people love it so much.
Me too.
ZKCCV says 28-year-old blew my mind. Shout out to the long-awaited arc of Chainsaw.
What were we talking about here?
We're doing 28
Is it
years
28
later.
Later?
Oh, in the
I think it
Chainsaw
was
Man movie?
maybe, yeah, and then Chainsaw Man
a
movie.
typo or
Okay.
something. 28 years
Yeah.
later blew my mind.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Both those movies are great.
Yeah.
Let's see, Grace Solentrup said, finally watched Train Dreams. It was an easy fave of the year, but special shout out to Lurker. Didn't get enough attention. It would be a sleeper fave on any streamer other than Mubi.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wow.
Lurker is really good.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it at all. I saw it at Sundance last year, and I liked it a lot. I'm glad some people got a chance to watch it.
I'm hoping to watch it soon.
Go ahead, Claire.
Same.
Okay. Senior Brendan says, my safe number 1 movie of the year was Marty Supreme, but I'd give an underrated shout out to Caught Stealing. It had a great original soundtrack by the Idols. Had so much fun with that movie. I like Caught
I
Stealing.
love that.
Cool.
Nice. Mr. Brown says, flew across the country to see Sinners in 70 millimeter IMAX at the heralded AMC Lincoln Square. Shout out 100 Nights of Hero for scratching a very specific whimsical itch in my brain.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a great shout out. 100 Nights of Hero is a neat little movie.
I'm gonna
And
watch
that's
it.
dedication, going to
Yeah.
see
I
Sinners
don't even
in
know
New
what the
York.
movie's about, to be honest.
Mm.
But I
It's
want to watch
like-
it.
Just watch it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, there we go. Jacob L said favorite 2025 first watch and release is Avatar Fire and Ash. For a second, I had to give it to Train Dreams. It got a huge bump up for me after rewatch and reading the book. Movie is much better than book, in my opinion. That'll happen, but I really hope that song wins an Oscar. The song is great.
Yeah.
Nick Cave is singing that song, so it's really good, but it won't win.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, this is gotta be honest.
Sorry.
Golden is
Yeah.
way too popular, man.
Yeah,
To the bag.
exactly. Valentine says, I'll have to go with The Secret Agent. It's just so good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Secret. I'm almost. There's a shirt they're selling. This is Secret Agent, and it's like in green and yellow for the Brazilian flag. I kinda wanna buy it.
Wait, I want that.
It's on I think Neon's website.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? Sid's?
Brianna says, my favorite of 2025 was Furiosa, a Mad Max saga with the red heart emoji. Kidding, but I did rewatch it, and that film went criminally underappreciated on release. My real faves from 2025 were Train Dreams and Sinners, close runner-up, sentimental value.
Ooh.
Aw.
I wish Furiosa
Yeah.
came out every year.
I wish that. So
That'd
the
be awesome.
theater by me was showing it. I
that's
was on my
right.
Regal app and I was like, Furiosa. I was like, what? It's back in theaters?
Yeah.
But it was just my Regal for some reason. And
Yeah.
I went to the theater not to watch it, to watch something else. But I walked into the theater to see like, oh, maybe I'll catch some of it. It wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And I think it's because no one bought tickets to it. So that's why it wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And I feel
It's like
I'm like,
Schrodinger's Furiosa screaming.
I know. So anyways, I do love Furiosa. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Let's see. Hannah said, thank you guys for giving so much recognition for Sorry Baby. It was my favorite of the year, and it blows my mind that it's not in conversation more. So excited to see the work Eva Victor puts out in the future. I agree.
Yeah.
Speaking
Big
of,
agree.
Rachel McAdams just shouted it out on the carpet.
Yes, she did. She said she watched it on the plane or something.
Let's go.
And she loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry Baby rocks.
Sorry Baby Nation is large and bountiful.
Yeah. Eva Victor, they're great. I'm so excited for what they do next.
Yeah, me too. Justin says my top two from 2025 were No Other Choice and Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh,
Good
no other
shouts.
choice.
Nice. Love that.
Oh, by the way, to all the people who are like, I cannot believe you guys didn't put No Other Choice on your Best Picture rankings. I can't believe you guys didn't put No Other Choice in your international guesses. Look what happened.
This is okay. We haven't actually we haven't acknowledged.
This is right.
We
We,
didn't
actually have
acknowledge-
not
oh my
acknowledged this.
we haven't.
We should acknowledge.
Because we
That we
recorded
cooked.
the best of episode so early.
Yeah.
And then the Oscar nominations were announced and Sid left, and then we hadn't had time to acknowledge this. Yeah, we should have acknowledged this in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes, we fucking cooked. We killed it.
They doubted us.
They doubted us.
They
They looked
doubted
at
us.
us like we were crazy people.
Yeah.
They were like,
Oh wow.
F1 in Best Picture, Kate Hudson in Best
we should
Actress.
put money on it, man.
We should we
Like a
I
lot
can't
of money.
believe you guys didn't put No Other Choice in Best International. Are you crazy? And look what happened.
did our research.
well.
We know what we're doing,
Yeah.
it seems, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
We
It's
did a
almost
good
like we have-
job. We did the same as we got 5 individual guesses wrong, but I think like I'm just so surprised we got all 10 Best Picture nominees correct.
Yeah.
For some behind the scenes stories, we were all texting each other during the announcements. And when the F1 name got announced, text chat blew up.
We
We
were-
started sending each other
We
voice
sent a voice memo.
memos.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
That was insane. I
Yeah.
immediately went to the TikTok that we had posted and started responding to people.
Yeah, Joe was like trolling
Joe was
people on
heckling
TikTok.
people.
Like immediately, like, "Hey, what do you think about now?" Like,
Cinema
people-
Joe's in your mentions.
Yes. People were being so smug
they were
in our
being mean.
comments
Yeah,
on TikTok. They're like, "There's no way F1 gets in.
Actually,
you guys are dumb."
yeah.
yeah,
And I just put, "Hey, can we get an update?"
yeah,
Yeah.
So, anyways,
yeah. We did a really good
killed it.
job.
We did
Once
really-
again, not the reality we wanted.
No.
Correct. Yeah, that's
Thankfully
the
that
emphasis I want to put is that that was hard for us to do because we didn't want that reality.
But we willed it into existence.
I don't. That
Did
was
we kind of
nuts.
manifest it?
I
We'll
think
never
we
know.
manifested a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe,
well,
yeah.
Joe doesn't like that.
I don't think we did.
Didn't we do it after voting had closed?
Yeah, voting closed
Yeah.
already. We were just reading the tea leaves at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out. We cooked
Okay.
and did really well.
That was Clara, right? So it's my turn.
Yes, I did
Clara
that.
had no other choice.
Yes.
Okay. Rodrigo Reese says, as a fellow resident of this house that lives across the pond, we received Nosferatu, The Brutalist, and I'm Still Here all in 2025. So those are my top 3. But off you go, my guys. Happy 2026. A great year of films for all of us. XO.
Yes.
so
Aw,
nice.
shout out
Thank
to
you,
across
Rodrigo.
the pond and
Thank
everyone across the
you.
pond.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad you
good to
guys got
know.
those
It's
movies.
always, glad you finally got to see him and you loved him.
Yeah.
Nathan Caluso said favorite has to go to Hamnet. Shout outs going to The Life of Chuck and Paddington in Peru.
Yeah.
A Paddington film can never miss for me. You and me both, Nathan. You and me both.
The lone
That's
Paddington
nice.
shout. and
The
I was
lone
like,
Paddington shout.
Yay.
It's a sweet movie.
Very sweet movie. Lindsay O says The Naked Gun, Twinless, and Thunderbolts.
Oh, Thunderbolts mentioned.
Thunderbolts.
Oh, nice.
It got a few mentions. I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised to see them.
That's the next MCU film Claire and I will be talking about on
yeah.
the Patreon.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
Wow.
Claire, for clarification, MCU film. We still have to talk about Daredevil.
Yeah, we'll do that first.
Well, maybe.
Huh?
We had conversations about maybe smashing season 1 and 2 into
Oh,
one
yeah.
episode.
And then we were like, we'll talk about it in a board meeting. And then we didn't have the
We
board
forgot to talk
meeting.
about it, yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, we're going to talk about Thunderbolts again on Patreon, and I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Okay. Is that me?
As you know.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Attilio97 says warfare was electric and engaging. Shout out Plainclothes for taking place in my city. How did that take
cool.
place? Is that Canada?
I don't know, but it's
Why did I think it
coming
was
out this
Canada?
year. It's getting a
I don't
wide
think it
release this year.
Plain clothes?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought it
almost
already.
positive.
But it
I
already
thought it
came out last
already-
year.
Wasn't it just Sundance last year?
No, it came out.
Oh, I thought it was getting a wide release this year.
At least limited.
Yeah.
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
You should
It's
watch
good.
it.
I
It
think
is
you'd like
good.
it.
Whose turn is it? My turn?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. I will read. I'm going to read some of the YouTube comments over there.
Okay.
Ryan Nibb said, if I'm only picking 2, it's Twinless and Sorry Baby. But I also want to say 28 Years Later.
Nice.
Nice.
All great movies, Ryan. All great movies.
Yeah, good picks. Let's see. Blakeson says the 2 that haven't left my mind are Ethos and Happy End. I really want to watch Happy End.
Wow. Oh, Claire,
watched it,
love
right, Sid?
Yeah, it's really great.
Oh,
it was on my top
Sid.
20.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow. It made the top 20.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
I think it made the top 15.
Love.
Whoa.
It was good. Was that me?
Then
It's
that's you.
yeah.
Or that's me now.
Mhm.
Let's see. Horror Hour with the Hannahs says favorite is Sinners, Sentimental Value, and Sorry Baby. Shout out to It Ends. Thank you, Letterboxd Video Store.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which also gets a wide release this year because
Nice.
Neon has picked it up.
Yep.
Huh.
So
I
if you
haven't
get- if
tried
you
out the
missed it-
video store yet.
Neither have I.
I haven't yet
I'm
either, but we
intrigued, though. I
do
want to.
support it.
But we do support
Yes, we
it.
do.
and encourage.
We have other stuff to watch.
yeah,
know.
we're busy.
Stephen JWR said, my favorite of the year is Oba, fellow PTL shill here, Sid, LOL. And my
Nice.
shout out would be Splitsville. That movie is so underseen. It's crazy. Don't think it's a
Yeah.
perfect movie, but its style of comedy is what I love to see more of in the genre.
Yeah.
I agree.
Agreed.
I really enjoyed that movie when I saw it like
Yeah.
last minute earlier
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah. Very fun.
Good movie.
Gia says Begone's Resurrection, an absolutely mesmerizing film. Yeah.
Resurrection.
Nice.
mentioned.
Resurrection.
Yeah. I keep losing my. Oh, Shareable Texas says no other choice was my favorite, but shout out to Keeper for being the unsung horror film. I
I
totally
like
forgot about that
Keeper.
movie.
Yeah, we liked
I haven't seen
Keeper.
it still.
I keep seeing people, like my mutuals on Letterboxd, Log Keeper, and it's like 2 stars.
No.
I'm like,
No, it's like a
it's not
3.5
that
star
bad.
movie.
But I get it. I get it.
Aw.
Let's see here. I wanted to read username Too Many Cucks. That's not that's a username.
Yep.
Too many cups.
Like too many cooks.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it
Yes.
means, I think.
No.
The best film of 2025 was a 3-episode arc of Andor, Messenger, Who Are You, and Welcome to the Rebellion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've queued up Andor to watch it and then had just watched something else has happened so many
sickening.
times.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's going to happen this year.
We'll see.
It's going to.
Oh, now it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. Angry Yuppie says Sinners, but shout out to Freaky Tales for being the most entertaining watch of 2025.
Freaky
Oh,
Tales
yay.
mention.
Freaky Tales got a
Fellow
lot of
Freaky Tales
mentions,
fan.
actually.
Yeah, Freaky Tales Hive. We're
Joe's
alive.
power.
We're here.
Truly.
Eric Herm says, shout out to A Nice Indian Boy. Such a sweet, underrated movie that more people need to see. Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that at South by Southwest last
Yeah.
year, and it was so good. It's so cute.
Aw.
2 years ago, no?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was 2 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Which, by the way, we can officially announce we will be attending
yeah.
South by Southwest this year.
Yay.
All of this is so unceremonious today.
Yeah, we're just like,
oh, you know what? by the
Hopefully
way.
you're listening through this part of the episode.
We'll bring
We'll
it up
announce
again.
it
'Cause
again.
We'll mention that we're going and
Yes.
kind of preview some of the films coming out over there. But yeah, we'll as a team we'll be there. Sunday night we'll be preoccupied with the Oscars because
Yeah.
we're going to be filming from there, but not from the Oscars, but from South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see. What do I want to choose here? Kai said, "Sorry, Baby" and Sentimental Value struck so many chords with me this year. Being an older sister is one of the best things in life. Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
so
My
sweet.
heart.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Clara.
Love Tinkerbella says the history of sound was so special. Josh O'Connor and Paul Mescal together. That's the tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did not watch that.
Nice.
We saw.
I wonder
You
what
guys
you
saw it
think of
again?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Emily C527 says fave was Sinners, but shout out Novocaine. That's a good shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out
Novocaine
to
was
Novocaine.
fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun movie. Yeah. Did we do an episode on Novocaine? I feel like we did.
Oh yeah. No?
No.
Oh, we did it on Love Hurts. is what we did
Yeah.
on
And
that.
then
Oh,
we
that's
felt
right.
we were being a little silly for that.
That was a
after.
little dumb of us. Whatever.
It's okay, it happens.
I was gonna hold up my theory that February is the worst month.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see. Let's see. Charm Day says my favorite was Sinners, but I would shout out Boys Go to Jupiter and Thursday Murder Club.
Aww.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy you like that movie.
Nice.
Thursday Murder Club is really cute.
Yeah.
I really want to see Boys Go to Jupiter. That's like one of my
Heard good things
biggest
too.
blind spots from last year now. Okay, let's see. Maddie Kelly 3 says Nirvana the band, the show, the movie.
Let's go.
Joe loves that
Comes out-
movie.
that will come out in February, and that's
Yes.
going to be the best movie of February. You heard it here first.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I'm excited.
Big
It's so funny.
statement.
Nice. Zeta Bole says, my favorite was Train Dreams, and a shout out to Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. Love my girl Bridge.
I love my girl Bridge.
Wow.
I do want to say I sat up in the middle of the night after we recorded Best of, and I was like, why did I not say Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy is the best streaming movie of the year? Because it is the best streaming movie of the
Oh
year. And
my
I felt
God.
really sick to my
Yeah.
stomach that I didn't.
You
do
failed
that.
her.
Well, you can
Don't
correct it
say
now.
that to me.
Maybe you can kind of reconcile that with the fact that it wasn't streaming in the UK. And so
Okay.
maybe that's why your brain was
And
London
she's from
pilled.
there, so it's like that's
That was
truly
a proper
That's right.
theatrical release for them.
as it should have been everywhere.
They love
Yeah.
Bridget Jones out there.
And the U.S. loves Bridget Jones too. The U.S. does great with Bridget
Yeah.
Jones and Paramount or who was that? Peacock.
Peacock.
Who said no? I hate that.
Owen Mitchell says, favorite Ballad of Wallace Island shout outs.
Yeah.
I swear, can you tell I'm British? Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
That was a sweet movie.
That was a great movie.
I need to watch that still.
you
You'd
would
love
like
it.
That got a lot of shouts actually, which I was like really
And a
pleasantly
BAFTA
surprised
nod.
by. Yeah. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
Aw. Okay. Me Wilson 02 says my favorite was Sinners. Shocker, but not enough people talked about Eternity, which I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Eternity was fun.
Nice.
Also, solid movie.
Yes.
Gracie C. Collins says, Sinners, but shout out to Roofman. Surprisingly so touching. Yeah.
Roofman.
More people should have seen
Roofman
Roofman.
is fun.
I think Roofman will live really well on some streaming platform when everyone watches it.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. It's gonna hit Netflix. No, it's Paramount. It's already on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Well, if it ever gets like somehow onto Netflix, people will find it like, whoa, no one watched this movie, and we'll look at them like, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going to read Fairy Muggler said favorite Ann Lee.
Yes.
Shout out to Lurker. Another Lurker shout out.
Lurker.
And Ann Lee
Nice
shout
one.
out. Shout out Ann Lee.
Yeah, that's good. Kat says favorite film has to be Marty Supreme, winning completely blind with no knowledge besides ping pong. And wow, it blew me away. Shout out to Demon Slayer,
do it.
as I am a Demon Slayer lover, and the animation was gorgeous. Yeah,
Nice.
Very cool.
very awesome.
Okay. Sorry about your almost Oscar nomination.
Oh, whoa.
Or our almost prediction for it.
Yeah, true.
Let's see. Parker Jennings says Fire and Ash. Definitely want to shout out On Swift Horses.
Oh.
Never saw
I saw the movie
I want to watch that.
TIFF 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like love it, but
You want to check it out.
I would go back and watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir Torchington said my two favorite 2025ers are easily 28 Years Later and shout out The Phoenician Scheme. The latter of which I feel like I need to make a case for because nobody seems jazzed about it. I really liked it at first, but on rewatch, literally almost every line made me laugh, and I found the journey of Zaza and Liesel and the way they show each other's opposite perspectives of the world very touching.
Oh, that's
I haven't seen
nice.
the movie since
a lot
we
of
saw
people
it
loved
at Cannes.
it.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
But Asteroid City, man, now that's a movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, K Shane 3 says, I want to shout out Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. What a run. Going to miss Ethan Hunt and the crew. Me
Yeah,
too.
same.
I miss
Yeah,
them.
I already miss them now.
I miss them now.
Same.
One last time.
Amber VD Dries says my fave, Sentimental Value with the red heart emoji. Want to shout out Chronology of Water. More people need to see.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Kel said my favorite 2025 releases are Sinners and Materialist because someone needs to stand up for that movie, and the 2.9 rating on Letterboxd is so
Yeah,
unserious.
It's
It's
bad.
that low?
Yeah.
Dude, people hate that movie.
That is
really don't like
unserious.
That is unserious.
That's
We agree with you,
Yes.
Kel. We agree with you.
Yes. 100%.
Wow.
Smitty says, Bring Her Back is my answer to both. Such a fun film in a year full of great horror. Good
Oh,
shout.
okay.
Nice. Kathake says Sinners and shout out to the documentary Lilith Fair Building a Mystery on Hulu.
Oh.
Very
I
cool.
haven't heard of that. Okay.
Mallow said, my favorite 2025 release is no doubt One Battle, but special shout out to Freaky Tales. If that movie has no fans, I am dead. We'll both be
Hell
dead
yeah.
because
Yeah,
I'm
hell yeah.
also a fan.
Let's see. Ella Orbit says Sinner and Weapons in all caps. Shout out to Final Destination Bloodlines.
Let's go.
Deserves more hype. Let's
Oh,
go
yeah.
Bloodlines.
That movie
Bloodlines is
fucking
sick.
rocks.
Yeah.
Zach Goldborn says my favorite is Neja 2. I want to shout out Reflection in a Dead Diamond.
Oh.
Oh my god, I really
wanna
wanted to
watch
see
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Haven't
on
gotten to
Shudder.
it yet.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Signo the Fish said Mickey 17 was actually my number one. Yes, I do think it's overhated, but I also know it's not his best work. But this is one of the reasons I really got into film this year. One of my first logs in Letterboxd, and I now have that movie in my heart. Also Rob Pat. But my honorable mention is Superman for making me want to be a better man and somehow crying multiple times at this and not at Manchester by the Sea.
Oh,
Oh wow, okay.
wow.
I cried
nice.
at both those movies. Superman
Yeah.
makes me cry as well. And I
Yeah.
like Mickey 17, so you're not alone, Signo.
Yeah, Mickey 17 is fun.
Let's
Okay.
do one last round.
Okay, wow. Let's see. Ooh, okay, I'll end on this one. Camilla Verne says Pillion. Let's go.
That doesn't count. It's not out yet.
Oh.
In the UK, it came out, so it does count, actually.
Well,
You're discrediting people who live a
Yeah.
different experience than us.
it's coming out in a couple weeks for me, and so I'm
okay,
excited
well,
to
it
watch
counts because
just
Camilla
jealous.
saw it.
I am jealous.
Yeah, you're just jealous.
Sid?
Oh, was that it? Sorry.
yeah.
Cam C. Combe 16 says number one was Sinners because I'm boring. Shout out Ephus and Happy End, both seen by -3 people, I think.
Aw.
Yes, and me and Sid
There are
are one of the
dozens of
-3, I
us.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Ephus. What are you talking? Why am I
Well,
not
I was like,
included?
Sid is saw
Happy
Happy
End.
End. I saw
Okay.
you've seen Ephus as well. That's
Okay,
right.
I'm
Oh, we
just
all
not
seen
included.
Ephus.
Yeah.
We all seen
Yeah.
Ephus. Only you've seen Happy End. That's right. Last one I will read is Janie Elliott, who says, sorry, baby was my number one, but shout out to If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That movie deserves more recognition than just Rose Byrne, even though she's incredible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
did that not get too many shout outs?
Well,
I got a small
Great movie.
handful, but not a ton.
handfuls, yes.
Yeah.
To give you guys an insight at how many answers we got a lot of them. And the movie that got the most was Sinners by almost a landslide, 64 mentions, then
Yeah.
One Battle at 40
Wow.
mentions. And then there's a pretty steep drop off. Sorry Baby, Train Dreams at 1918, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, 20 years later with 13 mentions. Lurker got 10 mentions.
Wow.
Lurker crowd is alive and well.
Yeah.
Twinless, Freaky Tales, Chainsaw Man also got mentions, and Ballad of Wallace Island, 7 mentions as well. And that is your kind of insight and snapshot at 2025. Thank you so much to everyone who left an answer. Remember, you can leave an answer for this week's question, which is your favorite performance in a horror film on YouTube or Spotify or Instagram stories. Check out the Patreon for exclusive episodes. We have an episode on Captain America Brave New World coming out.
Then
that
The
was an
Notebook.
interesting conversation. We have a
Yeah.
conversation on The Notebook coming out. February calendar is out. You can see what the schedule is like for us. Obviously, prepping for Oscars in March, South by Southwest in March. It's a busy, busy time for the House of Cinema, but we're excited to be here.
Yes.
Other than that, that's it. We can now close on Send Help. Everyone have a wonderful day, night, week, and weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, listeners.
Bye bye.
Do the Dodgers want Screwball though? I'm from Detroit, so.
Oh, they did want Screwball, yeah, but it seems like Detroit will keep him. It seems that way. We'll find out. We'll find out.
When are we going to find out? Isn't there a certain?
I would imagine the next couple of months, but it sounds like he'll stay in Detroit.
Great.
Great to talk with you, Sam, whether about baseball or movies.
Great talking to you.
I am a big fan of For the Love of the Game, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. An honor to be here. It's been over 2 decades since you made a proper R-rated horror film. I'm curious, how do you think you've changed as a filmmaker, and has that influenced your approach to Send Help at all?
I think that I've become less strict about this is the shot. You move from A to B. The line's delivered exactly like this from here to here with complementary camera move. I've done it, and it's great training ground, and it is essential to do your homework and figure everything out. But I think what's changed since Drag Me to Hell is I feel that I'm more open to input. Once I've done that homework and worked on all the shots with my storyboard artists, I feel like it's time to let it go. And that's just the fallback plan now. I'm going to make it better in the moment, on the set, with the actors' energies. Use all of their abilities to make it something that I never imagined it could be. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's how I've changed in general as a director. I think I now listen to the talents around me much more and not play a violin solo anymore, but I'm conducting a great team of musicians and trying to bring the best out of them. And I found that's probably the best way to make a movie. It's the best way to make a movie better than you could have done it on your own.
Yeah. In that same vein, since Drag Me to Hell and even since Evil Dead, do you think that the audience's relationship and experience with the genre of horror has changed? And if it has changed, does that affect or influence how you design violence or tension or humor in something like Send Help?
I know the audience has gotten a lot smarter, a lot quicker. And now they're very aware of physical effects and what's CGI. And I think now the filmmaker, or I have to change, going forward, knowing all of this new information they know, and trying to be aware of what they won't accept anymore, and what new things I have to work toward creating to really thrill that horror crowd.
Yeah. You talked about, working with your talent as musicians and kind of orchestrating with them as a collaborative team. You've worked with Rachel in a different context. What was it about Rachel that you knew would work in Send Help? And was there anything that she brought to Send Help that you thought was surprising?
Everything she did was surprising. What she brought in the onset of the movie was she was a woman that my producer Zainab Azizi and myself thought was considered a good girl. And we really wanted that because we wanted a startling transformation from good, sympathetic woman to an unknown monster out there prowling the streets. So we wanted that to be a little shocking. So it was important the image that the actress had, believe it or not, in the minds of the audience. No one had asked her to go there before. Like you wouldn't want to hire Anthony Perkins after Psycho again to play, a character that transforms into evil, because he did it so brilliantly, or was evil. Well, not even evil; it's too simple. But he was so great, you don't want to ask that again. So that quality was important. Somebody with the physicality that could actually do everything that the script required: the swimming, the drowning underwater, the running through the woods, the knife fight, the fight in the mud. I mean, the boar fight, she really went through a lot. And so physically the person had to be able to do this. And mostly, I think why I love working with Rachel is she's a brilliant actor. She was surprising. She would always take it, not bigger, but to a more meaningful place, more real place than I thought she was going to go to. And so I found myself continuously being surprised and lost in the performance, going, oh yeah, cut. Because I get so drawn into what she does.
Yeah.
She lives it in the moment.
One of my favorite things about your filmography, we started this conversation talking about baseball, but your filmography always has something to satisfy whatever appetite I'm in, whether it be a Western or a baseball film, a superhero movie, and obviously horror. Throughout all these genres, and as you move through these genres, what do you feel is like a constant voice in your filmmaking process, regardless of the storytelling?
I think what's constant, this may sound general, but for me, is my desire to entertain the audience. I really want to give them a good show for their money. Don't want to get too artistic, too internal, where only some people can understand it. I really want them to have a good body laugh, or a good shouting scream, or the more base reactions I'm really into. I like sitting in the audience and feeling them with the audience.
Yeah. I love that you've been able to maintain this very playful voice throughout all of your films. Do you find that difficult sometimes in an environment or an industry that sometimes feel it's a little bit more risk adverse or it's scary to take risks? Do you find it hard to maintain that playful voice?
Well, I find it hard to sell my projects because they're of a mixed genre. Oh yeah, this is a survival picture and a horror picture and a little bit of comedy and maybe a love story and a transformation picture. So it's like oftentimes the mixed genre is not the marketing department is consulted and they usually say, we don't know how to sell this. What is it, a comedy, a horror movie, an island adventure picture? So I was really fortunate to work with 20th Century Fox, and they understood the picture and they loved they understood the script and they loved it, and they were with me hand in hand making it better. And this one worked. Maybe I've made enough movies now. They go, oh, it's one of those.
Why do you think comedy, because we see it throughout your history, what makes comedy so effective in a horror film? And how do you balance the comedy and keep it from undercutting too much of the horror?
Well, I find that I'm not trying to stop the comedy from undercutting the horror, even though that makes a lot of sense. I find them to be cousins, comedy and horror, very similar in their construction. So with the joke, there's a certain amount of anticipation in the setup, some expectation of how it will end. Same with the suspense sequence, moving through the dark hallway. Is there a monster going to come out? Is it only my fears? There's a suspense and an unknown ending. And then with the joke, the unexpected, you could call it, is the punchline. Maybe it's really obvious, maybe it's not, but it's a non sequitur often, and in some senses it shocks you and makes you laugh. In the horror movie, that suspense sequence ends just like a joke, where there's a scare breaking the tension. And maybe there's suspense. Is the scare coming? No, now it comes.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the construction of both things I find very similar, and I found that I could interchange a comedic punchline at the tail of a suspense sequence. And sometimes the comedic setup could have a shock ending to great effect. So I find them to be, not all people like this, but I find them to be exciting cousins, and I love to see them interact with one another.
Well, you're very good at finding that happy medium and kind of
Thank you.
marrying the two genres. When you're making a movie like Send Help, how do you know when to indulge into your kind of stylistic visions versus to maybe restrain them a little bit? Because you've become a master at doing that, and I feel like people would love to know how do you find that balance?
Thank you. That is the job, I guess. I'm always looking for that balance, and I don't know exactly where it lies, and I try and make it as funny or as scary as I can until somebody says next to me, "It doesn't look good." Zainab Azizi, my producer, will tap me on the shoulder and says, "I think we should get another take going the other way." So I do rely on my team around me to guide me. And sometimes I listen, and sometimes I defy them and say, not only are we not going the other way, we're going to go further. Obviously there's something wrong that they're pointing out, whether it's going the other way or taking a further direction or pulling back. That's when I know to start applying, to really look at it and try and listen to them and try and understand what's not working in their mind and try and find a way to make it work really much better.
Yeah. My last question I wanted to just really quickly ask you, when you get a movie like Send Help that feels so original and refreshing, you as someone who has such a storied career in horror and thrillers, how do you pull from other films in history that say, like, I want to not do the same thing, but maybe I want to echo those films? Or like, is there a certain film or something like that in the past that has inspired you while you're on set of something like Send Help?
Well, it was more the opposite. People originally referred to the script as a combination of Stephen King's Mercy, Rob Reiner's Mercy, both of their film Mercy, and what's the other one? Castaway. So I love both the movies. They're both brilliant. And because I understood what the comment was about the script, I decided not to watch those favorites during this period because I didn't want to intentionally imitate those great classics. I wanted to, in fact, stay away, but I didn't want the film to suffer because those great works of art exist, so I just tried to ignore them to the best that I could, so I didn't unconsciously pull more things from them that were similar
Makes
to
sense.
this screenplay.
Perfect. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for your time, Sam, and congrats on the film.
Thank you.